can mean only one thing. The legendary Carol Burnett is here. For 11 years, she kept us all laughing on the Carol Burnett Show with classic sketches like, who could forget it, this one. And she writes all about her time on the show in her new book, In Such Good Company, 11 Years of Laughter, Mayhem, and Fun in the Sandbox. Carol, good morning. What an honor to have you here. I love seeing that skit, Went with the Wind. Yeah. And we were just talking that the curtain rod dress is in the Smithsonian.
It's in the Smithsonian. That was Bob Mackey's genius. He was our costume designer. And actually, I don't think too many people know this. He designed everything we wore, which meant 60 to 70 costumes a week.
A week? It's incredible.
You add that up with average 65 a week, okay. 11 years, 276 shows. That's over 17,000 costumes he designed.
It's incredible. And I'm glad you did the calculation there because I was told there would be no math.
No.
Speaking of another number, you watched the bulk of 276 shows.
Well, actually, I didn't watch them all the way through. I fast-forwarded through a lot of the sketches that I remembered, and then the musical numbers I fast-forwarded through. But I wanted to jog my memory to see if there were some that I'd forgotten, or that, and there were a few that quite a few that I'd forgotten, and some I would say, oh, that's really funny, and then another one I'd say, that's not so funny. But it was enjoyable, to go back and see how we changed, how we grew.
I mean, it's such an incredible run. I mean, I think they had 30 million viewers. It's just incredible to think about that. Why did you want to write the book and kind of walk down memory lane?
Well, the past few years I've been getting requests from other writers who said, we would love to write about your show, and can we interview you and talk about it? And I think, well, I'm a writer. I should write it because I'm the one who was really there, So I decided I would do it.
There's so much love in this book. It's not one of those dishy tell-alls where, you're dishing the dirt. Although there is a fun story about the time you had to fire Harvey Korman. What happened?
Well, Harvey was wonderful. There's no question about it. But sometimes he'd be in a mood, but we could always kid him out of it. There would be no problem. He could change on a dime like that. But then this one day, we were rehearsing, and he was not a happy camper, and he was a little snappy with our guests, which I thought, you can get that way with me because I know you, and it's okay, but not with the guests. So that night after the show, I went into his dressing room, and I said, what were you doing? He said, well, I'm just not happy here. And I said, okay, don't come back. But he said, what? I said, well, if you're unhappy, but you can't talk to our guests that way, and you can't bring your unhappiness to work. And anyway, finally he backtracked, and he said, oh, well, okay. I said, do you want a reprieve? And he said, yes. I said, okay. This was Friday, and I said, Monday, when we start next week's show, when I see you Monday morning, I want you to whistle and skip down the hallway at CBS. And so that Monday, I'm walking towards the elevator by a rehearsal hall, and it opened, and Harvey came out. We kind of looked at each other like that, and he went, and he started whistling and skipping down the hall. I howled, and then finally I had a plaque made that I put on his dressing room door, said, Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky.
One of the things you did that everyone loved was the audience Q&A. We had a couple of folks on our plaza who had a question for you.
Sure.
So we've got Renee from Farmerville, Louisiana. Renee, go right ahead.
Hi, Renee.
Good morning, Miss Burnett. I'm Renee from Farmerville, Louisiana. As she just said. My question is, I know you've won several awards, and I'd like to know the one that you cherish the most.
Oh, wow. I think it's the very first one I ever got, which was when I was a freshman at UCLA, and it was my freshman year, and I was majoring in theater arts, English, and I got the most promising newcomer award. Yeah, and that's at home on my desk.
And then there's been so many awards after that. Okay, let's go to Jack. We got another question outside. Jack, what's your question?
Hi, I'm Jack from Lexington, Kentucky. If you were casting a 2016 Carol Burnett show, who would you use as your talent?
Oh, good question.
Meryl Streep, because she is very funny and very musical. Kevin Spacey, because he is very funny and very musical. Yeah, because I'm a movie nut.
Yes.
You know, so those are two who come to mind right away.
Oh, I love it. I'll sign up. I'll watch. But you got to be there too. Carol Burnett, thank you so much.
Thanks,
what a
Savannah.
pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
And again, the book is called In Such Good Company. Coming up next, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.